13 Reasons Why definitely changed my life. One, it was my first book published, and I had spent 12 years trying to sell other books, and with my dream to become a published author. So once that happened, it really was a dream come true. And I was working at a public library at the time, which was a great job to have when you're an author, because everybody around you was so excited about that. But I had to leave that job because the book became more and more successful, and I started traveling around speaking, which is my favorite part of being an author. So the fact that I get to be an author full-time because of the success of that book has been, I never thought I'd get to that place. That's been amazing. I really didn't know what the response was going to be. I know why I wrote it, just to, the recognition that we do affect each other in sometimes very small ways, but we don't know how it's going to affect that other person. But there were certain groups where I was unsure what they were going to think about the book. People who may have been contemplating suicide. And the fact that I hear from them saying the book encouraged them to reach out is absolutely beautiful. I also knew there could be some controversy. Anytime somebody writes a book about really serious issues, I know for many people the first reaction is, ooh, do I really want my teen reading this? And I get that reaction. But all it takes is talking to the teens and hearing what they've been getting from the book to show that we need to talk about these things. And if a book helps encourage that discussion, then that's great. And so I love that. I love hearing from people who say the book helped them talk to their teen or helped them talk to their friend. When I was writing the book, I never actually saw it as an anti-bullying book. So when I first heard people using it in schools to talk about bullying, or there were some anthologies about bullying where people would mention the book, and I realized that my definition of bullying was too narrow. And so it's been amazing to hear that people will use this, a piece of fiction, to address a very serious issue. When I visit schools, I always try to say, because I think it's important for teens to hear, that I would not be invited to these schools if your school didn't take these things seriously. And I think sometimes, I know when I was a teen, I would have felt very uncomfortable talking to adults because I would think that they probably wouldn't understand. So I think it's important to let people know adults can understand. Not all of them, but there are enough that will understand. And so when I do this 50 States Against Bullying tour, that's really what I want to say. This is an issue that we should care about, and these schools that are bringing me in do care about this issue, and we need to discuss these things more openly. People can visit 50statesagainstbullying.com to find out if I'm going to be near them in their community. But also, if I'm not going to be in their community, there will be resources up there that they can use to still bring the message to their area.